Ding dong, ding dong.
Ding motherfucking dong. What is up?
What is up, breadheads? Hello, Eric. Welcome to another episode of Think Fresh Podcast. I'm your host, Ty, and your guest today is my co-host, Eric.
Permanent guest. You can't get rid of me.
Yeah, you have the same kind of just elusive presence as the stage grip at a late night show. They're there. You're working the room, but where is he? Who is
My
he? Who is
contribution
Eric?
is my contribution is felt. However, I never really show up on screen, which is same as this show, we never really reveal ourselves. I
Yeah,
can't say the same thing for Drake.
No, Drake. Wow, we got to get right into that. Drake has revealed his manhood online mere hours before the launch of this episode. Pretty exciting news break for us. Hey,
Why? Why
are
is
you
this so
excited?
exciting?
No, this is exciting. Well, okay, so I just think like Drake has always branded himself as the most vulnerable musician, and this is no exception. The man has shown presumably his most vulnerable body part, his little chicken strip,
He's showing off his little 6-inch.
Yeah, well, this is the craziest thing about it is no one says it's a 6-inch. Everyone's like, damn, dog's got a foot long.
Oh shit. I mean, are we surprised, Ty?
I'm a little surprised. Do you think Drake gives off? I think he gives off medium dick energy. Just average sized.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm not really sure what to use to like estimate. You know what I mean? I can only like do some self-reflection and then just make a guess. You know what I mean? So I don't know what I was expecting for Drake. I'll be honest, it never really crossed my mind.
Never crossed my mind either. The only thing I could ever think about was the size of his emotions.
Yeah, that's true.
The size of his heart.
He never really talks or sings about like blowing girls' backs out. He kind of he like alludes to it at most. You know what I mean? And he talks about like maybe stealing someone's girl or flying girls out, treating them real nice, which I guess you could say is big dick energy because he has nothing to really convince people of. You know what I mean? He's just kind of like going with it.
I saw it more as paternal energy, like that's what a poppy does. They take care of your basic needs. They fly you out, they serve you a nice meal, give you a bed to rest in. And the only thing I thought Drake had the only long thing Drake had was like a long conversationalist, Like,
Well, I thought he was always longing for some real love. You know what I mean?
yeah.
That's the only long thing he's got.
Bit of longing happening there, yeah. So I don't know any of the lore surrounding this leakage. The only leakages I'm familiar with is when some sweet onion sauce squirts out the side of my sandwich. So I don't know what's going on here. Was this self-initiated, like a Lily Rose Depp type of nudie leak, or was this did a vigilante do it? Perhaps an ex-lover.
Wow. So you think it's possible that Drake nutted on himself and then took a selfie and then posted that as like the new album art for all the dogs part 2?
Yeah, for all the little dogs.
This one's for all my little dogs.
Damn. Yeah, dude, some real death grips energy there. It's possible. I don't know. I don't know the lore. I'm curious if you know what's going on here. Like, what has TMZ told you?
For once in my life, I don't have the answers. That is because I get all my news from academics, as listeners of this show know. And academics has been awfully quiet about this on social media. I think because they are like, he is kind of like glazing for Drake all the time. Which means like he's probably not wanting to like spread this potential damning information. You know what I mean?
It's a important reminder that all news outlets are biased, even Instagram, like hip hop news.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I'm also scared to look it up. Like I don't think I want to find information on this because the Daily Mail will definitely have the uncensored version in the middle of the article.
Yeah, definitely, dude. And when they have a privacy leak in a few months, your name's going to be on the list of viewers of that thing.
Yeah, dude.
Not good for you. It's not good for Think Fresh. It's not good for anybody.
Definitely not. But ThinkFresh would be the corporation to post it. Like, we don't assume any responsibility for the actions of the corporation, and so
Mhm.
therefore we will probably post the blurred version.
Yeah, that's true. Think Fresh's news network subsidiary, the Daily Meal, will be covering that today.
The Daily Meat.
Damn, it's just this one article.
Yeah, exactly. Just every
Hmm.
day, same article.
Yep.
But speaking of artists, potentially, I don't even know what the segue is. Fuck, I don't know, dude. But Playboi Carti has been seen wearing a bodysuit,
Oh, nice.
like
Little
a nice
little bit of
thonged
Skims
up.
action.
Yeah, dude, this guy's double cheeked up in the mesh bodysuit. I don't know if you saw this on one of the various opium reposting accounts.
I did. Dude, this is Playboy Cardi's fit the other day as he walked out of the studio with Ye, right? And he's got the most
Yeah.
absurd fit, like a mesh top with camo bodysuits and a little thong action in the butt crack. What is going on here?
Dude, what the
Who
hell
could?
is going on here?
No other, especially not a sandwich artist. No artist could pull that off.
Dude, hell no. I wouldn't trust a sandwich artist wearing a thong to make my sandwich.
Hmm. Definitely not, dude. But that's not going to stop them from wearing it. And it didn't
I don't
stop
know.
Playboy either. Like, and honestly, I don't really think he's pulling it off, to be honest. I
Dude,
think
a
the
sandwich
look looks a
artist?
little messy.
Dude, Playboy Cardi making the next album wearing a thong is the equivalent of our sandwich artist making a sandwich with fingerless gloves.
Just getting a little nail in there, you know?
Exactly, dude. It's like just showing enough cheek.
Tasteful.
So the better question is, Ty, we've heard some singles from Playboy Cardi. Do you think he produced those while thonged up? Or is that just the first half of the album we got and now we're venturing into Skims territory?
Mm, I think he was wearing a thong while he recorded them. Otherwise, you wouldn't get such like abrasive yows from him.
Well, the thing is though, he's exploring this like deeper voice now in the
Mm,
music. You know what I mean? Like the baby voice is a thing of the past. And like
right.
in my mind, the thong kind of seems like it would make that kind of music.
Hmm.
Like like that's the kind of like
like he's speaking Simish, you know?
exactly Simish. Yeah, dude. So I don't know. I feel like the new music, something's going on over there, dude. He's got some
Hmm. Bit
accessories
of
in
an
the pants.
bit of an identity crisis, perhaps, or an identity evolution. Either way, I'm sure it will make novel sounds.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. I saw like a reel the other day where somebody was showing their fit, like, oh, it's like the outfit of the day type thing. He's gonna throw it on, and that's what he wears when he goes skating, right? Like skateboarding. And it was like three. It was like three frames where it's like they threw the outfit on the bed, and you just see this like butt plug, like in there, and then it just cuts away, and he's doing like crazy tricks on the skateboard. After I gotta find that for you.
Nice. That's pretty funny. Just sneaking that in there.
Sneak that in there. It's like one frame.
Dude, you have a very like vigilant eye, you know, when watching these Instagram posts. You see the
Uh,
plugs, you see the thongs. Like what can't get past you, Eric? Nary a
Absolutely
black
nothing, dude.
olive will escape your gaze or
That's right.
graze.
That's right. I've never once, you know, I've never once eaten a foreign object in a sandwich. You know what I mean? I always spot it first,
Hmm.
and I'm able to pick that out like surgically.
Dude, you have to. Otherwise, you're gonna get a worm in your sandwich at some point. You gotta keep your wits about you every single bite.
100% agree.
Dude's got the Vision Pro and but raw, you know, you got natural Vision Pro.
That's right, dude. The entire time I'm at Subway, I have like some UI pulled up. I'm like
Hmm.
multitasking. What is up with those people who are like multitasking everyday activities with the Vision Pro. Do you think is this a marketing ploy by Apple, or are people just finding ways to flex their early adopter status?
Dude, I don't think these guys I don't even think they have the heads up display on. This is entirely performative. This is just tech bros online waving their hands like they're at a concert or something.
Hmm.
Just for the views online. I don't think they got anything pulled up on that heads up screen, and we'll never know. But like I watched a guy get out of a Cybertruck the other day with his headset on and then just start punching the air. Like, what do you think he's doing? You think he's playing Street Fighter in there? Like, I don't think so.
Yeah, I really don't know. That's the beauty of the Vision Pro tie. You could be ordering a sandwich in there. You could be watching the POV of someone making a sandwich. You could be doing almost anything in the Vision Pro and nobody around you will know. So it's almost the
Mm-hmm.
perfect device to be using in public. Like as
Mm-hmm.
stupid as it looks, it's like almost a perfect use case for it.
Yeah, definitely. You could like my mind immediately goes to like dudes be watching pornography everywhere they're going. But
Yeah,
there's
dude.
probably more like lucrative opportunities than that. I
Hmm.
like your sandwich themed proposals. I would love to be like at a Subway with the Vision Pro hooked up to my face, and I'm ordering a Subway sandwich, but it looks like I'm like on the streets of Florence in a proper Italian deli, and all the meats look good. Then I take the
Hmm.
headset off, and I see nothing but gray and brown.
Totally. Oh, dude. And why stop there? Like the sandwich itself could also be like CGI in the headset. You know what I mean? Like you're holding the foot long, but maybe it's not a Subway foot long that's costs $8. You're eating this Michelin starred perfect Italian sandwich that has like world class ingredients. You know what I mean? So if you just kind of like, you know, pretend whatever you're looking at is real, then you can have a better lunch.
Totally. And you even could like mix up your sandwich artist avatar. It doesn't have to be like Braden, the high schooler. It could be Madison Beer or something. Like just swap it out with insert female crush here.
Wow, true. So really, Apple's doing us a service with this product. Like this can't possibly have a negative effect in society. It can only be positive.
Exactly. It's going to level up everybody's imagination.
Imagination, happiness. Like if I don't want to be in a situation, I can just put on the pros and say I don't want to be podcasting with you. I can be podcasting with Joe Rogan right now. I could be looking at Joe across the Zoom.
Dude, I'm looking at Joe right now.
Hell
We're
yeah,
both
dude.
looking at Joe.
Yeah. Wait, no, I'm looking at Joe.
Wow. We're not your average Joes, though. We're a cut above. We're a premium sandwich meat.
Absolutely. But it makes me think, man, like the people who are seen eating together with the Vision Pro on at a restaurant. Like I need to know, like, are they on a FaceTime as well? Or
Mm.
like what are they possibly doing and why are they sitting together? Do they even know they're sitting together? Maybe they're complete strangers.
You could have a whole meal at a restaurant and not even realize there's people next to you.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry, my notes app was blocking you.
That's how I feel going in the subway. Like blinders are up once. Like I'm like a competitive horse. I got the blinders
Hmm.
on. I only see the sandwich from beginning to end. My eyes do not leave that
Hmm.
foot long.
Hmm. Hmm. So will you be purchasing the Apple Vision Pro V1?
1,000%. Of course,
Wow.
I think so. I think I gotta.
He's
I
got the
think I gotta get
pre-order
one of
in.
these. I think I gotta get one of these, Eric, and I think you do too. I think it would be foolish for us not to because there's a podcasting opportunity here.
Fuck, there really is. Yeah, I don't want to talk to like the Zoom image of you anymore. I want to talk to like the avatar that they generate for you on FaceTime.
Yeah, I want to see your metaverse avatar.
Absolutely. I won't see you holding this huge black microphone though anymore, which is a shame.
It adds certainly like a flair of humor to or goofiness to our overall look.
A goofy
But,
pod.
but I don't know, dude. I don't think your Bitmoji is going to look any more mature.
Yeah, I don't think so. But can't you customize that? Can't you like change the lighting? It's all lighting anyway.
Good point. Yeah, you could be like on top of a volcano recording a podcast. Any
That's right.
liminal space you want. That's actually quite
Mhm.
exciting. Like I'm tapping in from the asteroid belt for this episode.
Absolutely. Oh man. I'm tapping in from the middle of the Astro World stage.
Yeah, we are live from Astro World.
Yeah. The Yeezus platform or whatever. No, the Life of Pablo tour platform.
Yeah, I thought that was weird when Kanye brought out his old stage design for like a 7-minute guest appearance.
Oh wait, are you talking about Circus Maximus? I didn't see that.
Oh yeah, so you know how Kanye came on stage for Travis Scott's show the other day and wore like a was he wearing like a hockey mask?
Oh yeah, he's wearing like the Michael Myers like serial killer mask, which is
Yeah,
honestly very cool if you ask
dude,
me.
I'm starting to think that Ye has some self-esteem issues with his face because he's always covering it up.
Hmm,
Like, do you think he's self-conscious about his smile or perhaps the shape of his nose?
maybe, but thinking back to like COVID days when we all had to wear masks, I felt almost like I was sheltered behind it. You know what I mean? I felt like I was like in this like safe little cocoon where I wouldn't get sick, and I felt like nobody could see me. Weirdly enough, do
Hmm.
you have that feeling at all, or am I crazy?
No, you're right. It's almost like you were anonymous. Like no one
Hmm.
else existed. Like you were in the Apple Vision Pro.
Yeah, exactly. And I can see why that's super appealing to someone like Kanye, who is like super just well known. Like every single person will recognize him no matter where he goes. To just be like kind of anonymous for a minute, it gives you a lot of power, especially when like
Hmm.
everyone's criticizing what you do at all times.
Yeah, it gives you less to criticize if you can actually make eye contact.
Exactly. I don't know if you're smiling because the sandwich you ate is good, or if you're frowning because the sandwich you ate is bad.
Oh, I'm always frowning, Eric.
Exactly.
Dude, but I
Yeah.
gotta tell you, like, fast food has been letting me down so much lately. That's why I'm always frowning. I I gotta tell you this story. I went into Starbucks the other day, Eric. Are you
Oh
familiar with
man.
this coffee chain?
Oh dude, I'm all too familiar with the venti caramel macchiato.
Yeah, me too. But I would never get a venti. That's far too much fluid. People who get ventis are like, they have nothing left to live for. Like, if you think you need
Absolutely
that
not.
much of any fluid, like my brother in Christ, you just need a glass of water.
Yeah. It's like if you're that thirsty, just have a water. Yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't. I'm one of those guys who refuses to use their naming scheme for sizes. Like I always tell
Mm,
them I want a medium, and they always kind of just like it takes them a second, which is funny. You know what I mean? It's like, come on, you should know what a medium is.
yeah, this Starbucks in America. We speak English here.
Yeah. Yeah, grande. Shut the fuck
Yeah.
up.
Yuck. Well, I got the smallest size. I believe it's called Sade. um, a Sade
What?
latte, Sade latte,
Isn't it? It's not
and
a tall. Is that the? It's a tall, isn't it?
oh yeah, it's a tall. Yeah.
What
No,
the
that's correct.
fuck?
That doesn't even
Where'd
make
you get
sense.
shate from?
I don't know, dude. I don't speak Italian. No hablo Italiano.
Apologies, Signor.
Tall doesn't make any
What's with the
sense.
tall?
Yeah, dude, it doesn't make any sense because it's like if Subway called their smallest sandwich the foot long, you know? Like, like what if the foot long was half the size of the 6 inch and the 6 inch was 12 inches? I wouldn't
Hmm.
put it past them to do that.
Hmm. Actually, if you were to literally adopt the naming scheme of Starbucks, the Subway would have the long, the big, and the 12.
I actually don't mind that. I think that's pretty funny.
Because like 12 is like venti. Like venti means 20.
Hmm.
Is it 20 ounces? Is that what that is? I just
Presumably,
this clicked right now for me. I never knew what that was.
that checks out for me too. You heard it here first, listeners, or maybe you
Wow.
already knew that.
Yeah, a pint of coffee.
Wow, dude, when you put it that way, that sounds disgusting. A pint of coffee
Horrible. Anyways, you got a
and a proper
tall, you got the
pint
small
too.
boy. The proper
Yeah,
pint,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. All this discussion about measurement made me realize that like Subway would benefit from shrinkflation if they switched away from the inch system because the inch system is observable and truly measurable, and they use like something more corporate like I'm going to suggest basis points to describe changes in their sandwich size. Like, oh no, we just shrunk the sandwich 100 basis points. So it's not that bad. Don't worry about it. They need to invent their own measurement system if they want to be able to get away with shit like that. Like everyone else has
Mhm.
like weird reward points and attempts to like disassociate from currency, but Subway has stayed true to the inch system, to their own demise,
Mhm.
probably.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. So like at Starbucks, I don't know how it works because I don't use the app, but presumably you can buy coffees with points.
Mm-hmm.
Is that kind of what it is? And then like you don't really know what 500 points is worth because like it's just a made up currency. So we were like,
Mm,
oh yeah, sure, I'll spend that. I have 100,000 points. I'll give you
totally.
500.
Yeah, it's so confusing. And then we'll give you a grand beverage for that. You're like, what?
Jesus Christ. So really
so
it's just a scheme to confuse the customer.
yeah, dude, it's to keep the poor suppressed, I think. And that's
Absolutely.
how I felt after I went to Starbucks, Eric, because I ordered their newest coffee model. The new model just dropped. It's called it's like got olive oil in it. Have you heard about this?
Oh
It's an
no.
olive oil latte.
No. Dude, olive
Yeah,
oil
look.
has been sneaking into drinks everywhere
Mhm.
lately, and I gotta say, I have mixed feelings about it. But tell me what this coffee tastes like.
Yeah, dude, it's kind of like martini appropriation. And
Absolutely.
I honestly, it hit pretty good. Like a little bit of cold pressed single origin olive oil in there, just like coats the mouth, adds a little bit of a salty and savory kick that you're kind of looking for in a coffee. So
Hmm.
I was thoroughly impressed. I thought this is something I could come back for if I could afford it, Eric. The drink for a tall, which is the smallest, which is Sade, cost me $8.50 for a
Oh
latte with a
no.
shot of olive oil in it. That better be some fucking, like single origin shit, you know?
Extra verge.
Extra virgin, yeah.
Wow. $8 for a small little coffee. I'm sorry to hear that, Ty. That's disturbing, especially because I know that it's not good.
Yeah,
Like
dude.
I've never been like happy with a Starbucks order, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And like this coffee I'm saying is great, but that's great relative to everything else I've ever drank there, which is garbage. It's like this is like the $8 goes a lot further at a fifth wave coffee shop. You're gonna get like milk. They literally have a cow in the back and they squeeze the milk into your cup for
Hmm.
$8.
Yeah, totally. $8 will get you the feature coffee at Blue Bottle, which is
Mm-hmm.
like the limited the limited batch, Nicaraguan bean that was hand picked or something, you know?
Yeah, dude, and you get to slurp your macchiato off out of the barista's belly button for $8. Like it's a special experience if you're over $5 like that.
Wow. Yeah, you got to choose your barista wisely if you do that. If you opt
Mm-hmm.
for the body shot.
I hope you got the Apple Vision Pro in that case.
Yeah, dude. Swap it out for the Yeezy sushi girl.
Mm-hmm, exactly.
This California roll tastes funny.
My brother in Christ, you ate it off a human.
Yeah. Yeah, there's someone's belly button hair on it.
Yeah. Nasty.
Anyways, when you mentioned martini territory and like I don't know, stuff in invasive species entering the drinks,
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to quickly close the loop on my Joe Forte's activation.
Right.
Breadheads will remember I talked about doing that on Friday. Managed to upgrade my outdoor seat to an indoor seat last minute at the
Cha-ching.
check-in table, which was nice. Unfortunately, no room at the world famous bar. But yeah, Ty, upon sitting down, I realized really quickly that this place was dine out inclusive.
That's too bad.
Yeah,
I'm so
dude.
sorry to hear
Moment of
that.
silence for
Yeah.
the dine out
For
diners.
your moment of silence for your Friday night.
Yeah, exactly. But crisis was averted though because I was able to simply put the dine out menu aside and order
Mhm.
from the regular menu, which I did. But one thing that you won't find on the menu, Ty, blue cheese olives in the martini.
Non-existent? Are they an eradicated species?
Not on the menu, but they exist, baby. I got them.
Oh, secret menu. Very good.
Yeah,
Very good.
dude.
So did you have to schmooze with the bartender to acquire these blue cheese stuffed olives?
I sure did. I said, "Let me get a dirty gin martini," and then I was like, "Do you have any blue cheese olives?"
Mm,
And then he smiled and said, "Of course we do,
I love that. I love how
dude."
you probably leaned in over the bar, like lowered your voice, looked around like you didn't want anyone to
Hmm.
hear. That's what I
Yeah,
do at Subway every time I want to like add a little extra cheese.
yeah, absolutely. It's like we're whispering it. It's like it's our dirty little secret.
Yeah.
It's like the blue cheese olives are good, right? Put those
Hmm.
in. Same thing with the you know double cheese option at Subway.
Yeah, dude. Or like I always do it when I add a little drizzle of marinara. Like I know I feel like I'm breaking the rules. Very polite about it. Like, would
Mhm.
you be so kind as to looks left, looks right, add a little drizzle of marinara on that.
Wow, I'm
I
salivating.
put on some Southern charm too.
Hmm. Dude, the marinara is a perfect example, a perfect comparison because it's a free change. It doesn't ruin like the structural integrity of the sandwich. It's really just
Hmm.
like it's like one of the sauces, it's one of the boys, but it's secret
Hmm.
sauce.
It's a secret sauce, and the other thing though is like it's not in the like typical playbook of the regular sandwich, just like the
Hmm.
blue cheese stuffed olive. So you're only going to get access to it if you can work your artist a little bit, or in this case, the bartender, which you clearly
Hmm.
did. So how were
Hmm.
they?
Oh, dude, fantastic. It's it's just perfect. I don't know what else to say. It adds another element to the drink that is never present usually.
Hmm.
Like you bite down on the olive and you just get this like creamy blue cheese hit in the middle of it, and I gotta say it's a beautiful add-on. I would highly recommend.
That
We gotta
sounds so
try it
good.
next time.
Dude, I want to shuck one of those right now.
Yeah, dude. I wonder if Trapino's has them. We'll have to we'll have to inquire at the bar. It's like, got
Hmm.
any blue
Hmm.
cheese? Or how do you say cheese in Italian?
Fromage? Is that French?
Formaggio or something.
Formaggio, of course.
Of course. Maybe they have
And blue is
Parmesan,
blue.
Parmigiano stuffed olives.
Shit, dude, that would hit. That's like
That would be
salt
good.
on salt.
Yeah, dude. Wow.
Salty.
Yeah, highly recommend for the of drinking age redheads who are
Mm-hmm.
willing to try something like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, I love me a nice cheesy winter warmer, like this time of year. Get like some cheese, some like a stiff drink, some soup
Hmm.
maybe.
Do you ever mess with fromage fondue?
Do I? I don't know, man. I feel like from fondue's kind of a boomer treat, Like they invented the ability to melt food on command, and then they're like, what do we do with this? Like, let's not even
Hmm.
iterate on it. Let's just stop there."
Yeah. I mean, it's a pretty it's like devastatingly simple. You know what I mean? Like you just got a pot of melted cheese that's like perpetually melting. And you just got like you have this like assortment of dippable like elements, maybe some, diced bread. You got
Hmm.
some I threw a pickle in there that wasn't really on the menu, but I was able to secure a pickle and dip that in.
Hmm.
What else? Sausages. I don't know. What else do people dip in cheese?
Yeah, I mean, fingers. Like,
Yeah, dude, that would be dangerous. That shit is hot.
dude, you want to just stick the tongue straight in there, like you're at the Subway soda machine?
Oh
Glug
shit.
glug, straight from Mama's teats. I, I don't know, man. I like the concept of having this like consistent program, which is the perpetual cheese that then is like a base for being creative. You're like, what can I do with this? How can I exploit this to have the most possible fun? And that's what I like about Subway too. It's the same thing. They give you a set of rules and you play within them to maximize novelty. And I think that's really cool. But at the end of the day, you're just dipping things in melted cheese that like I don't like the idea of it just being like perpetual. I think that's the problem. Your words, not mine.
Hmm.
And because it kind of gets like nasty. Like, and eventually, a mouse is just gonna squirt out the top of that fondue, or like a
Well,
worm.
I don't know about that. I mean, we all know what happens if a little ratatouille ends up in the fromage. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
He'll instantly croak.
That's right. You're gonna get, yeah, the carcass of a ratatouille, and then the health
That's right.
inspector will be shutting down your fondue party real quick.
Yeah, totally. I don't know, dude. There's something just magical about it. Like the simplicity of dipping stuff in cheese, cheese just being universally loved, you know. The funny little like long forks that they give you
Mm,
so that you're able to like gesture the dip the same way a composer would an orchestra.
mhm,
You know what I mean? You're able to really just like kind of flick the wrist and twirl a little bit of cheese on a piece of bread. I don't know. It's a
mm.
good time.
The
It's
act
almost
is
like
quite
a
delicate.
it is.
Mhm.
And it's kind of like the Swiss version of like hot pot. It's like there's a communal pot and then people are dipping things in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's actually a good way to think about it, which I would consider to be more socially acceptable.
Well, only 2 billion people do that.
Therefore, it's acceptable. Just because
Exactly.
it's
If
popular doesn't
anything,
mean it's a good idea. There's
yo, that's actually a good
44,000 subways.
yo, true. We had this point about the subways, but also like it makes you think like anything that goes on in China technically is acceptable because like so many people do it.
They, like, reach critical mass immediately, you know? Like, if
Yeah.
they were I don't even know what they were trying to do, like, if they were, like, all having plastic surgery to add a sixth finger to each hand to just make them better typers on their, like,
Mhm.
Huawei keyboards, then
100%.
that doesn't mean it's a good idea. It just means everyone's doing it.
That's true. It doesn't mean it's a good idea, but if a certain percentage of people are doing it, then you can consider it normal, right? What is the percentage? How many
I don't
people,
know.
like in India, for example, it, technically speaking, riding on top of the train is considered normal.
Damn, you're so right. It really comes down to, I think, like, who you want to let influence you, right? And it's not about how many, but who. And
Yeah.
you want to keep your circle of influence as small as possible for a very
Hmm.
like esoteric lifestyle.
Hmm.
But dude,
Totally.
here's what happened with me with fondue. Going
Oh,
back to fondue. When I
uh-oh.
moved out of my parents' house, a young Thai, the first one of the first things I bought was a fondue set from a thrift store because
Oh my God.
I didn't know anything about living on my own, and I just thought that I thought people are supposed to own these, you know?
Oh my God.
I
You're an
have
adult
never
now. I got a
used it.
fondue set.
Yeah, I
Never
never used
once?
it. No, no, because, like, people don't just casually fondue things.
Oh, dude, I would love to fondue with you. If you were to boot that thing up, I'll bring Bay over and we'll have a double fondate, we'll call it.
A fondate, ooh. Yeah, dude, I don't know, man. I'll have to dust it off. I felt like such a fond doofus when I just never used it. And I think it's because I fell for the scam of popular demand. Like, I thought everyone was supposed to have one of these because this is the European hot pot, and I also thought that I would get a lot of use out of it because I'm an adult now, and
Yeah,
adults do things like this, and neither of them ended up being true. It's a European
totally
scam.
reasonable. Totally reasonable. I am quite fond of the dew. However, I don't know if the vintage one that you picked up is gonna hold up very well. Like, I don't know if I could use something where someone else has dipped already. You know what I mean?
Dude, all fondue's been pre-dipped. You're not gonna be the, like,
Well,
the the virgin dip, you know? Like,
the inaugural dip.
it's communal.
It is communal, but I don't know. I can't run the Carfax on this fondue. You know, I don't know who who has been dipping before me.
And you don't know what they were dipping in there. They could have been dipping
Exactly.
some,
They
yeah.
could be doing some freaky shit, like dipping, like maybe they're dipping Drake's meat in there and then sucking it off. I don't know.
Damn, that's a quite the twist. I wasn't expecting you to go there.
Trying
But
to close the
you're
loop
right.
on the episodes.
Yeah, this is a very meta episode. Dude, okay, so we gotta talk about Subway soup because that's the closest thing that Subway has to fondue.
Yeah, dude, the mysterious pot.
Yeah, it is kind of a communal pot too, because I bet that pot outlives many a sandwich artist shift. Multiple sandwich artist shifts like engage with the same pot of soup. Is it
Mhm.
perpetual? Are they just topping it up?
Dude, the idea of like perpetually topping up the Subway soup is so dangerous because like you know no one's touching that for like weeks on end. So
Hmm.
that shit is just boiling over for like 3 weeks straight before someone taps in.
Yeah, dude. Like they probably sell so little soup that they'll probably it's like a kegger of like cream of mushroom. So I bet they get through like a quarter of it every month. So that means they're like topping it maybe monthly with just the last 25%.
Yeah. I'm just thinking to like what a minimum wage worker probably wants to do at the end of their shift.
Mhm.
And I imagine they at like best case scenario, they're dumping whatever's in there and
Mhm.
like not even bothering like cleaning it before refilling it for the
Oh
next
yeah.
day, you know?
That's best case scenario is that it gets
Hmm.
dumped. But like
Yeah.
they're not are they going to like they can't put it in the sink. It's presumably chunky. It can't go down the drain. So then it has to go in the garbage bag and it's too wet for the dumpster.
Oh
So where's
no.
the soup going?
Dude, imagine being in charge of straining the perpetual soup at Subway before taking it to the green bin outside.
Oh yeah, dude. The whole thing is way over a sandwich artist's pay grade. Like they need to bring in some people in hazmat suits to remove the soup, and
Hmm.
that's why it's not happening. It's just a forever soup. It's
Yeah.
always just building off of what was before. The flavors get more intense, more nuanced, more rich.
Oh wow, it's aging like a fine wine over there.
I'm actually kind of soup curious now. I'm not gonna lie. I want to know what's
Do
happening in that
we
pot.
have to do we have to get some boots on the ground, I think, and ask the artist. Sounds like a Reddit like event. Ask the artist what is in the soup, how long has it been boiling for, and what's the deal with the soup, I guess.
Dude, you know how they're gonna respond? They're gonna be like, "We have soup."
What do you mean? Yeah, I don't know,
No,
dude.
dude.
I'm able to really vividly picture the Subway soup of the day graphic, and there's like
Hmm.
a chicken noodle, I think, pictured. However, nowhere on the menu do they say what the soup of the day is, unless
Yeah.
it's chicken day every day.
You know, I can vividly picture it too, but I think if I sipped it, that would stop because then I would go blind.
Yeah. Oh man. So so with so with the 1 day perpetual soup tie, do you think you would regain your vision, or are you like blind for life?
Yeah. Okay. So backtrack here a little bit. Eric and I are not just talking out our asses. There's actually soups that will turn your eyes blind for a day. We were learning about this on Wikipedia pre-episode. I don't know how they add blindness or why they would introduce that as a quality of soup sipping. I think it's literally poison added to the soup in order to create a fun like effect for your consumers. But I
Hmm.
think Subway, if they create blindness, is purely on accident.
Yeah, dude. Okay, I'm reading this Wikipedia page right now, and I'll have to show you what this looks like. This is scary stuff, man. The perpetual 1 day blinding stew, also known as forever blind for a day soup,
Oh God.
hunter's potto blindness, or hunter's sightless stew, is a pot into which blindness inducing foodstuffs are placed and cooked. The pot never or rarely emptied all the way, and ingredients and liquid are replenished as necessary. So, exactly what we said
Mm.
with the Subway soup.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Eating it causes the eater to become blind for a day.
Oh
So,
no. Dude, not even you that's a whole day where you can't use your Apple Vision Pro.
wow, yeah. Imagine you eat this with the pros on and you think your battery died, but you actually just go blind.
Oh shit, your human battery died.
Yeah. Disturbing.
Wow. So this is a real thing and it was real enough to warrant a Wikipedia article that is also it feels like it's from a like one of those websites that's a wiki entirely for like a weird like like video game from the Middle Ages. I don't really know.
Yeah, dude, this seems like some Game of Thrones side quest. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
like, can you
totally.
defeat the 1 day blinding stew?
Yeah, it's the final boss of Subway.
Yeah, dude. The best part is it's various ingredients can be used in perpetual 1 day binding stew, such as root vegetables, tubers, potatoes, yams, etc., and poisons.
There you go.
Do you
Damn, I
think
don't think I have any of that in my pantry.
Yeah, dude. The various meats part is I'm currently missing that. But
Hmm.
poisons. Do you think
Poisons.
Subway is intentionally adding poison to footlongs? It's possible, Ty.
Yeah, dude. I wouldn't be surprised if Subway kept their pantry, their backstock next to their like cleaning equipment. So
Hmm.
instead of grabbing the the vegetable broth, they accidentally grabbed the Windex. And next thing you know, you got perpetually blinding soup.
Yeah, dude. I feel like if they accidentally knock over the Windex and it spills into the soup, they're not gonna do anything. They're just gonna boil it for another 20 minutes and hopefully kill that
Damn.
off.
This is like literally like a Marvel superhero or villain origin story happening in the back of Subway.
Hmm. Hmm. And the superhero turns out to be Fogel.
Whoa. This is
Whoa.
do you think this is what caused Fogel to do the horrors he did? It's because of the soup?
Dude, Fogel's horrors can only be possible after eating a stew like that. That's true.
Wow. It all makes so much sense now.
It does.
Dude, this is an angle that I don't think the lawyers thought of. I think we're first on this case.
We absolutely are. Um, they wouldn't listen to Fogel on the stand when he said it was the stew.
You're like, whatever, man.
Yeah. It's like I'm never ordering double meat again.
Hmm. Yeah, Vogel
Yikes.
had a sip of that Epstein stew.
Oh no. That shit was not kosher, that's for sure.
No, various poisons. But it gave Epstein a lot more than blindness, let me tell you. Dude conked out.
Dude was blind to the haters as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Damn.
man. Anything else you want to talk about, Ty?
I don't know, man. This has been a whirlwind of an episode.
Man. Yeah, dude. I'm feeling exhausted from that stacked topic list today, but I'll have to end it here and catch up with everyone on Friday.
Yes, thank you for listening, Breadheads. Thank you for engaging with me, Eric. We will re engage later. Think fresh, everybody.
Ciao.
Ciao.